Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to craft your BIS items in Dragonflight. So the first thing you have to do is figure out what your BIS items are and what you're going to be making. So I usually use Wowhead and I go to the classes section right here and I'm a prot warrior, so I'm going to click on protection warrior and then go down to gear. Now these guides are pretty good and they cover most of the things that you need. If you on the right side here where it says source, you're going to go make sure it says crafting. And then you're going to look at the name of what you need to craft. And then usually it'll have a random stat on there. And what I do for my personal guy is I like to have haste and burst as a tank. So I'm going to try and get the haste and burst missive on my, I'm going to try to get the haste and burst missive on these as well. So I can get haste and burst when I craft these, because that's my overall BIS stat. So knowing your BIS stats is important, as well as the name of the item that you need. Now that I know I want to craft my belt and my bracers, you want to look in your inventory and see if you have any of these. These are called Fractured Spark of Omens. You get these from kind of playing the game, doing pink quests and looting caches on the map, as well as, you know, doing dungeons and raids and stuff like that. You kind of just get them from playing the game, and they'll just appear in your inventory over time. If you have a Fractured Spark of Omen, you can go ahead and turn it into a Spark of Omen. If you have enough of these Valor Stones, you need 250. So you just, if you have 2 of them, you just right click it and it'll turn it into a Spark of Omens. Once you have the spark, that's going to guarantee you a 606 item level piece of gear whenever you're using a spark to craft. If your crafter can make it a rank 5, so 606 would be the highest. Now if you want to juice your item level on your craft, what you need to do is you need to go to the enchanting vendor, which is down here in the foregrounds. Okay, the enchanting vendor right here, this guy, land right here, he sells the crests. Now the crests is a separate craft. You need to buy one of these, and then you need to put in a crafting order for an enchanter to make an enchanted crest for you. The enchanted crest, you can add it into your gear to pump the item level. Now the one that we're going to talk about today is the Gilded Harbinger crest. You can see here that the Gilded Harbinger crests come from doing mythics level 9 and higher. This is going to get you the highest item level in the game, which I believe you'll be able to craft like 536 or something like that, or 636 or something like that with the max level 1 of these, and then you want to get it rank 5. So today we're going to be talking about, you know, how you do that. These unfortunately are not out yet. We're in day number 2 of Dragonflight, so these will be available starting on Tuesday. You'll have to do the dungeon, do a bunch of level 9 dungeons or higher to get these crests, so that you can buy these and then you can make your 2 crafted items. So I'm going to buy a Weathered Harbinger crest instead, but ideally you want to buy the best one that you can afford when you're doing your crafting items. Now, these crafting items can be upgraded later if you're using the Spark of Omens. So don't worry about it too much. If you mess it up, you can go back and you can upgrade them to a higher level later if you get the Nasset ones later. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to craft an enchanted weathered crest. And so you have to come to the crafting vendor. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to type in crest into the crafting orders, and it's going to bring up the list of all the crests that you can get. And then this will show you essentially what item level you can get from crafting the enchanted crest. Here's the rune crest, the weathered crest. So this one right here will juice one of your items to up to 590. The good one is called the Gilded Crest, and this one can potentially juice your item up to 636 on a 5-star and 623 on a 1-star. So today, I mean, you can make 636 item level gear if you get the crest from the Mythic Plus. If you use these weathered crests, these aren't really going to do anything in your omens, because these don't really juice your items. They juice them to 590, and the item level of just using the Spark of Omen is 606 if you get a 5-star on it. So the weather crests don't really do anything. So basically what you do is, if you do have, you know, a Gilded Harbinger crest, you're going to go right here and hit track recipe. And then over on the right, you're going to have the mats that you need to buy from the auction house in order to craft a Gilded Harbinger crest. And so you're going to go and you're going to craft this item using the mats from the auction house. All right, now we're going to go to the auction house, which is just right here. So you have the crafting station and the auction house here in Dornigal. Then you go to the auction house and you're going to look up Storm Dust. I recommend buying the rank 2 stuff unless your crafter says you need rank 3. I don't ever use rank 3 unless the crafter says they need it. So I pretty much start with everything rank 2. And then I'll go back and do rank 3 if the crafter needs it. Okay, so what we do right here is we get the Storm Dust rank 2. We're going to buy 100 of those from here. That looks like it's going to be about 7,000 gold for me right now. And then we look up Gleaming Shards. Gleaming Shards, they're a little bit more expensive, but not too expensive to buy the rank 3s if we needed to buy them. But like I said, I'm going to start with rank 2s. So I would buy 15 of the Gleaming Shards. Okay, then we would buy the Refulgent Crystals, probably just the rank 2s here as well. And I'd buy 2 of those. Now what we would do, we head back to the crafting station. And we're going to type in crests. And what I would actually do is just go ahead and save this crest right here to your favorites, the enchanted gilded crest, because this is the one that you're going to be using. And then you can go ahead and put a public order or a personal order in. If you don't want to do a public order, what you can do is you can type in the trade chat. You can type in looking for an enchanter to craft this, and then you shift click, and then somebody can let you know that they can make it. However, I think that for these ones, most of the time you could just put them on public orders and then wait a little bit for the crest, for the enchanted crest. Our Spark of Omen is going to get us to 606, and our enchanted crest is going to juice it up to 636 item level. And so now you need to know the name of the item that you need. So what I went and did was I searched for Everforged Wrists and Everforged Waist. So I went ahead and searched Everforged, and then I saved my bracers right here by hitting favorite, and I saved my belt by hitting favorite because I know that those are the 2 things I'm going to need later on in this expansion. And so whenever I open this, I see bracers, belt, and then the crest that I need to craft in order to make them. That's going to keep it very simple for you. And so today we're going to be crafting the great belt with just the Spark of Omen without juicing it up using a crest, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft the item now, try to 5-star it, and then get that 606 item level. And then next week on Tuesday, I'm going to run my Mythic 9s. Mythic 9s and 10s. I'm going to get my crest, I'll craft it, and then I'm going to recraft this belt and juice it up to 636 item level. So same thing with the belt. I'm going to track the recipe on the belt. It looks like I need 1 spark, which I'm going to make 6 alloys and 6 of these iron claws alloys and 6 sanctified alloys. What I do is I drop this down to a 5, and then I type in the chat looking for crafter Everforged belt. Now you see it puts Everforged belt as a 5-star in the chat. Looking for crafter Everforged belt 5-star, and then you hit enter. Okay, and then once you hit enter, you know, people will be in here. Here's a blacksmither who can actually craft some stuff, so maybe you message him, see if he can do it. But most people will message you right away because they're trying to make some money from the crafting. Now let's go over the optional things that you need. If you want certain stats, you need a missive on here, missive of the Aurora. So that's the one I use for haste and verse. You kind of just hover over here and see which stat you need. And so you're also going to want to buy one of those off the auction house. I also use a dust thread lining to give myself verse when I'm above 80% health. It's important that you make sure that you do want to use an embellishment, because you can only have 2 embellished crafted items equipped at a time. So make sure that you really want the embellishment and make sure you get the right one. You can look that up on Wowhead as well to figure out which embellishments are BIS for you. And then this is where you're going to be using the Gilded Harbinger crest. to get you to 636. Okay, you can use a Runed Harbinger crest if you have those available now from Heroic Raid, but I think I'm going to be waiting till next week to get my crests from Mythics, and I don't want to waste my Heroic Harbinger crest right now, so I'm going to upgrade my weapons and stuff with the Runed, and then I'm going to use the Gilded ones next week to juice my crafted items. So once you have a crafter, ask him if he can make rank 5 with level 2 mats or level 3. I just talked to a crafter. He says I need level 3 mats. So if I want to make this great belt right now at a 606 item level, I need to buy rank 3 sanctified alloys and iron claws. Now we're headed back to the auction house. I have my Everforged great belt mats tracked over here. All right, so I need sanctified alloy. As you can see, the sanctified alloys rank 3 are about the same price as rank 2. So I would just go ahead and buy the rank 3s. Iron claw alloy. Now my crafter did say that he needs rank 3 alloys in order to craft this. Now this is a massive jump in price here. So this is where you'd have to make a tough decision. If you buy alloy rank 2, you're probably going to get a rank 4 craft. And if you buy alloys rank 3, you're probably going to get a rank 5 item, which is a difference in 4 item levels. So a 602 versus a 606 piece of gear. But this is going to cost me 7,000 gold, and this is going to cost me 50,000 gold to buy 10 Iron Claw alloy rank 3s. That's a lot of difference in gold. That's 43,000 gold. You have to ask yourself, is 4 item levels going to be something that's I'm okay with, or do I want to spend the extra 43,000 gold to get a 606 item level piece? So talking to your crafter ahead of time and making sure you buy rank 3 or rank 2 mats is going to get what's going to guarantee you. This is what's going to guarantee you that rank 5 craft. All right, today I decided I'm going to go ahead and buy the rank 2 mats and go ahead and just get the belt crafted at 602. And so you can see here, what I'm going to do in order to do that is head back to the crafter. I have my crafter's name now, so I know his name. And so he says, go ahead and send the order, and he'll craft me the 602 belt. So I'm going to click on the belt. You put your spark in there, your alloy and sanctified alloy rank 2. You put your embellishments in there, and then you put your dust thread. And then you're going to personal order that as a rank 4-star. Commission is usually 10,000 right now. And then you're going to send that over to your crafter, and then you hit place order. All right, that's a in-depth guide on how to craft in Dragonflight. If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit subscribe, and I'll be making some more tips and tricks videos for Dragonflight in the future. I'm Sardako, and I'll see you next time.